Hey, good morning to everybody. Happy Saturday. It's Daryl here, aka Artist in Recovery. And I please excuse the way I'm dressed. I usually try to put a t-shirt on at least when I do a video. I was actually right in the middle of my workout today. I'm doing sit-ups, about 1,000 sit-ups or crunches. And this is the reason I'm dressed like this. I'm running late. I actually forgot about wanting to do this video this morning. Let me fill you in. I came across something yesterday on my bike ride, and the reason I'm talking about this is because I want to share it, especially with other people that have addiction issues, people that are in recovery, people that want to be in recovery, families of people in recovery, families of people with addiction problems, and I want to share this with you. The way I handled this. This is one of the first times I came across actual hard substances right in front of me in the last, by the way, October 23rd, 2 days ago, was my 19th anniversary. And this was the day after my 19th anniversary. So part of me is almost thinking that this was like a test, from, I wouldn't say from God. If there's a Satan, this was a test from him. Okay, let me fill you in. This is what happened. I'm going to use the picture, hopefully, right at the beginning of this video, and I hope it passes TikTok and YouTube because sometimes they don't allow pictures of this kind of thing on videos. I was walking to the library. I was actually walking. It was the end of my bike ride, about a my daily 15-mile bike ride, and I was walking my bike. It's a big steep hill, the steepest hill here in the city, and the brakes I have to change the brakes on my bike. They're getting thin. So I walk my bike down this hill just to be on the safe side. I don't want to get taken out by a car. And I'm walking my bike down the sidewalk coming up to the local library. And I look down and I still have that addict eye. Like I could spot things. I dealt with this kind of thing for 20 years. I'm not bragging, but, so my eyes can still spot this. And I look down and I see a baggie. And right off the bat, I kind of zoom in on it with my eagle addict eyes, and I could see there's something in it. So I stopped the bike, and this is actually Main Street in the city I live on, and so it's a busy city street, and I'm kind of worried about people watching me do this. So I take my camera out, and I actually take a picture of this, and I'm debating what to do. Now I told myself, like I've done videos talking about this before. This is one of the reasons I feel I've been successful for 19 years being clean and sober is I've already tried to think of situations like this ahead of time. Like ahead of time, I tell myself, if any of my friends that are using, if I see them out in public, to turn away, walk away, don't engage in a conversation. I kind of go over these things ahead of time so I know right away how to react, because not reacting quick like in a situation like this can lead to me relapsing. So the first thing in my head when I saw this was, do not pick it up for any reason, under any circumstance. Do not touch this. All right. It is poison. It is literally deadly poison to somebody like me. Do not touch it in any way, shape, or form. That was in my head. So I looked down. Now, here in the New England, meth is not crystal. It is not ice, whatever you want to call it. It hasn't been around here. I don't know why, but this part of the country is still more towards rock. And I don't know, I haven't been in the scene for 19 years, but I don't see any arrests in the paper. But when I bent over and looked at this, it was what I would think would be meth, ice. And so I'm looking close at it. I'm bent over on the sidewalk. I'm not touching it. I take my camera out because I wanted to document this, just in case. I don't know. Because it was just weird, especially happening after the day after my anniversary. So I take the picture, and now I'm debating. I'm telling, I know in my head I am not going to pick this up. I'm not going to touch it. And then I'm thinking about like rubbing, squishing it with my heel and grinding it into the sidewalk. I'm wearing sneakers, so that would be kind of hard to do. They got soft soles, and I don't know if my sneaker sole would grind it into the sidewalk efficiently. And honestly, I'm worried about, it's so caught up in my head about this being poison that I don't even want to get it on the sole of my shoe. Because I'm thinking, I don't want to track this into my house. I don't want to get it on the sole of my shoe. I don't want this to touch me in any way, shape, or form. That's already ingrained in my head. So, some of you might have a problem with me on this, but I left it there. You know, I didn't tell anybody, and I left it there. And you know, the way I see it, it was there before I didn't put it there. It was there before I came, and it was there after I came. And to somebody like me, it's poison, and being a recovering addict, I wasn't too excited about walking up to my local policeman and telling him, that there's a bag of, I really don't need the problems. I hope it washed away or something like that. But that's what I did. I did not touch it, and I walked away. Let me know if you think I handled it correctly. I know some of you probably will have a problem with me leaving it there. I'd like to hear your comments. Have a good Saturday. Recovery is possible.